Imagine a world transformed by the power of giving, where every act of kindness sparks another. These are the champions who dedicate their lives to change. Together, they are paying it forward. Champions of change. Paying it forward. Join us and be part of the movement. Here on the Achievement Channel.
Hello and welcome to another powerful episode of Champions of Change, the show where we spotlight individuals and organizations making a real difference in their communities. I am Amara, your host for today, standing in for Pamela. On this episode, we celebrate 40 years of impact, leadership, and service. You are watching the Achievement Channel, Nigeria's first and only 100% motivational TV station, broadcasting live from the School of Eloquence studio in Ikoyi, Lagos. Joining us today is a distinguished humanitarian, a leader in healthcare, and the district governor of Rotary District 9111, Dr. Oluwole Kukoyi. As Rotary Club Oregun marks its 40 years anniversary, we reflect on the legacy of service, the incredible community projects, and what the future holds for humanitarian leadership in Nigeria. Stay with us as we discuss the impact, challenges, and vision of Rotary Club Oregun and how you too can be part of the change. We'll be right back after this break.
Champions of change. Paying it forward. Join us and be part of the movement.
Welcome, Dr. Kukoyi.
Thank you very much.
We're so glad to have you here. And you look resplendent, by the way.
Yeah, I'm so amazed with what you have here.
Congratulations from all of us
much.
here at the Achievement Channel. We congratulate you.
Thank you very much.
And say that you're doing an amazing job.
Well, I wish we could do better, but yes, we started from somewhere.
Definitely. All right, so let's just get right into it. So as Rotary Club Oregun celebrates 40 years,
Yes.
What does this milestone mean to you and to other members of the club?
Well, that means a lot to us. 40 years is not a joke. For a club to survive for
Not at
40
all.
years means a lot. It means that their membership has been good. They have passed through a lot of stages. They are very mature now, and they are just poised to do much more than they have done. So we rejoice with them. We celebrate the Rotary Club of Oregun for this wonderful milestone. It's one of the old clubs in our district, and we're
Indeed.
very, very, very
40
proud
years
of
is
them.
no joke.
It's not a joke. It's not a joke. Rotary came into Nigeria in 1961. So for us, Rotary Club of Oregun is one of the clubs that belongs to that era.
Awesome. Okay, so sir, looking back at the last 120 years of Rotary across the globe, what would you say are the most impactful projects that have defined the organization's service to the community?
Well, thank you very much. First of all, let's talk about 120. For any organization to survive 120 years tells a lot of story.
Indeed, it
And
does.
let me quickly add that Rotary is the largest and the oldest service organization formed in 1905 in Chicago. So we've come a long way. And for us to survive this long journey, certain values are very, very important. Integrity is one of them. Selflessness is one of them.
True.
We've had a lot of projects that have impacted people across the world. But the one significant one that I want to mention is polio. When we started this campaign against polio in 1985, we set a goal to eradicate polio from the surface of the earth. We're almost there, 99.9%.
Wow.
Yes. As we speak, it's only present in two countries, Afghanistan and Pakistan. And of course, you know the reason why, because of wars and...
True.
So that is our target. Very soon, you will hear that polio is no longer a disease in this world.
We're looking forward to that.
Yeah, we're all looking forward to that, and we are going to celebrate that in a big way. And when that happens, it's going to be the second communicable disease that will be so terminated following smallpox. Yes, let me also tell you that Rotary was part of the formation of United Nations. And when you want to talk of world peace and understanding, that is United Nations. We are part of the people that drew the charter for United Nations.
Wow.
And so we still have that integrity behind us, and we also have a seat at the United Nations. So these are some of the things that we pride ourselves upon as Rotarians. We have impacted the world in so many areas. We call them the 7 areas of focus. Maybe we'll talk about them later. But when you talk of polio, talk Rotary.
Amazing.
Yes.
Amazing. And you did talk about integrity. So let's just delve a bit into that. We know that Rotary is really about service above self.
Yes.
So,
oh, I'm happy you know that.
Exactly. So can you share with us how these projects have actually transformed lives?
Well, I will speak to ones that you can easily relate to in environment.
Yes, please.
Cataract is something that is very common, especially in the old people. As we speak, we are doing a project we call Operation 1000 Cataract Surgery. We've screened over 2,000 people, and about 1,000 of them are found to have cataracts, and we're going to operate all of them. Currently, we have operated over 500, and we're going to hit our target. The amazing thing about that is when these patients come blind, they go out with full sight.
Such joy.
And nothing can be so.
Such joy.
Yeah, so it's such joy. You see them having tears on their eyes. That's what we call tears of joy. And that's what Rotary does, bringing joy to people's faces. Talk about basic education and literacy. We do train teachers, especially in these areas of artificial intelligence. I remember the last one we did, we put together a number of teachers from Lagos and Ogun states, and we taught them the rudimentary of artificial intelligence. You know, that's what's going to rule the world. So we want to expose our teachers to that so that they can know how to impart this on their students.
Wow. Such amazing story. I really do agree that, I mean, if you give someone their sight back, you really have brought joy into
there's
their lives.
nothing like it. It's one of, in actual fact, it's what I call my Rotary moment, because I've been so much involved in it, and I've seen people go into the theater blind and come out with full sight. That to me is like a regenerating life.
True.
Yeah.
New hope.
New hope.
All right, so now we have delved into healthcare, right? But that brings us to our very next question. So would you like to also highlight some of the club's most significant contribution in the healthcare sector as well?
Well, another good question. I also relate to things that you can see so that you know. As a district, our star project this year is to equip a purpose-built space for the treatment of sickle cell. I'm sure you must have heard about sickle cell.
Of course.
People suffering from sickle cell.
I had a roommate in the university who actually...
Oh, yes. There's virtually anybody in Nigeria that doesn't know or have heard something about either as a friend, as a child, and also as a parent. So we consider it one of the things that will impact our society. So
very true.
We're already building that center, and we're also going to equip it, not just the building, but we're going to equip it with modern equipment, with updated technology that will even detect sickle cell in the womb. So it's going to get to that level, and Of course, we are going to have partners, other organizations that believe so much in the care of sickle cell. Sickle cell impacts not just the patients, but also the carers. You can imagine the parents that have 1, 2, 3 children with sickle cell. The burden cannot be
talking about financial burden as well.
Financial a lot, but more than financial, mental, stress,
it's
everything.
The whole thing.
So that is an area where we are going to have a big impact on the community. As we speak, the building is almost ready, and when it's ready, we are going to equip it with the latest technology.
Awesome. Wonderful. Thank you for sharing that. So we'll go on a break, but we have one last question before we do that.
Yes.
So we just want to talk a bit about sustainability. Okay. Can you tell us about the tree planting initiative and the Planet Earth Award?
Yes. In actual fact, that is the latest of the, I talked about 7 areas of focus. Environment is the latest addition to this. And it's in the realization that we need to preserve our planet Earth so that generations to come would
definitely have something for posterity's sake.
Yes, we do a lot in that area. And what we are doing in my district, for instance, and this is in collaboration with Providence Bank. They also have an arm of the bank that deals with environment. And we came together and we planted coconut trees, in a community in Ogun State. They offered us about 6 acres of land, which we have done.
Amazing.
So apart from preserving the environment, that's also something of economic value. Coconut tree. So that's an example of what we do. Of course, in terms of that, many of the club projects also center on beautification of the areas, which again is part of the environment. I remember when we went to Rotary Club Oregun Estate, they have this beautiful roundabout with solar lights, so that when you go there in the evening,
all things bright and beautiful.
Beautiful. So these are some of the aspects of the conservation of environment that Rotary we do, not just in Nigeria, but it's all over the world.
Wow, so much to celebrate. Okay, so at this juncture, we'll just take a break and we'll be right back afterwards. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Champions of change. Paying it forward. Join us and be part of the movement.
Do you feel terrified when speaking before a group? Are you stressed when asked to present? Do you forget your points? Are you shy and need confidence? How do you give a speech with polish? Learn how at the School of Eloquence,
the home of public speaking. Attend our 2-day practical training in public speaking. Call 0802-303-2066 or log on to schoolofeloquence.org.
School of Eloquence, teaching the world to speak.
Okay, I'm Patrick Tommy, and I want you to keep watching the Achievement Channel. You will achieve if you do.
Okay, my name is Lion Dr. Ibrahim Jidebelo, District Governor, District 404B3, Nigeria, and also proprietor of a D Dynamic Private School, OTA. Keep watching Achievement Channel. It is a motivational channel and of course also very informative as well too.
Keep watching Achievement Channel because my name is Ray Chebru. Please keep watching Achievement Channel.
Champions of change. Paying it forward. Join us and be part of the movement.
Welcome back, viewers. You're still watching the Achievement Channel, and we still have with us Dr. Kukoyi.
Yes.
He is District Governor of Rotary International, District 9111. And we've been talking a lot about what the club has done in terms of healthcare and sustainability and such amazing things, and how much joy they have brought into the lives of people over the past 120 years.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's delve a bit into asking you some personal questions. As a medical doctor, as a business leader, and now district governor, how has your experience shaped your leadership in Rotary?
Well, that's a very good question. Personal though, Well, I come from a background of medical practice of close to 41 years. Yes, and that, of course, has given me the opportunities to learn about leadership. I first started as the sole proprietor of the hospital, and over time it's grown to be a very big hospital with almost 200 staff. So that has given me some degree of leadership. So it has actually helped me a lot when it came to heading Rotary. But there's a significant difference. Rotary is made up of volunteers, not workers.
Working to get paid.
Yes. So that in itself means that one must devise other strategies to lead.
True.
You are not a boss. You are not just lucky to be one of the good Rotarians that can lead. Also bearing in the fact that we have over 72 clubs to lead, that again calls for a lot of tools and kids to lead well. So it has really, I must say that my background as a doctor has actually helped me in navigating the very stressful work of a district governor. Yes.
Stressful but impactful. Stressful but worth
and that is
it.
the joy of it, is impactful, and it's very fulfilling that yes, you've been able to galvanize people who devote their time, their talent, their treasure to serving humanity without expecting anything in return. And that is the service above self that you talked about when we started. So
wonderful.
It's been so wonderful.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. So we've spoken about the landmarks and the achievements. Now let's talk about the challenges, because we want viewers to also be inspired. Can you share with us some of the challenges that Rotary Club has faced in Nigeria and how you have remained effective in serving the communities?
Well, perhaps the greatest challenge that Rotary had in the formative years was this assumption that Rotary is an elitist club that only for the rich, and some even thought it was a cult. But over the years, we've been able to disperse that notion. You don't need to be a millionaire to be a Rotarian. I'm not one, for instance, but I'm a very good Rotarian. And you only need to be comfortable, but more importantly, to have the passion to serve. That is what I think is paramount. So in the early stages of Rotary in Nigeria, those were the kind of problems that we had. But like I said, we've been able to overcome that. Well, currently, the biggest challenge we have is probably, I'll call it economic. You all know what Naira to dollar is. Dues to Rotary International is in dollars. That means that to be a good Rotarian, given the ratio of dollar to Naira, you need to pay extra than what we used to pay before. So that has actually impacted a lot on us as Rotarians. Some people have found it a bit difficult to meet up with that standard, and so it has also affected our membership. So those are what I think are the major challenges that we have. Increase in the cost of being a Rotarian, and also the impact on membership. But we are trying to overcome this by letting Rotarians know that, the problem is not from Rotary International, it is from our economy, and we just need to prioritize our spending, so that we still give to Rotary what we used to give before, because we know the importance of that.
Exactly.
It is what Rotary Foundation, which is the arm of Rotary that manages the fund for all the projects all over the world use. So that is one of our challenges, but we are coping with it, and yes.
Very important, because as you've shared the challenges, you've also shared how you've
Yes.
helped people see that priority is actually what matters.
Yeah,
Because we're all in this economy. We know what
yes.
it is, what the
We
exchange rate is
and
saying.
we know what people spend money on
Exactly.
that are not necessary. They are not. They are wants, but not needs. There are a few essential things one needs as a human being. But in Nigeria, we have so many things that are called wants that are not necessary. I don't want to mention them, like the Ashwebi, for instance.
Some people, that's a holy grail for them.
Yeah,
They don't even, you don't touch that.
a fortune on Ashwebi, which actually at the end of the day is not worth it. So as Rotarians, we prioritize our spending, and because we know the value of yes. So
yes, thank you so much for that. So we'd like you to share with the audience and the viewers your club's vision for the next 10 years.
Yes, that is very important. I remember I was writing on 120 years of Rotary this morning. And I put myself in the position of Paul Harris. Paul Harris is the guy that formed Rotary 120 years ago. And I was wondering what was going through his mind. That in 120 years, where will Rotary be?
Exactly.
And I think that is what you are asking me now. Well, I can imagine Rotary getting better in terms of management, in terms of projects, in terms of involvement in the community, better and better every time. We have what we call the action plans of Rotary, and I think that is very key to what we are mentioning now. Our ability to increase our impact. We are already strategizing on that and improve on our reach, by which we mean how to bring in new members. And of course, we also want to engage participants in very meaningful ways. But one other strategy that we have, and I think that goes along with what I see here, champions of change. Change happens everywhere. And we also want to be, it's only a constant thing. In Rotary, we call that the ability to adapt to changes. So it's one of our strategic intents. And so I can see Rotary in 10 years getting more into the public space with more members, with more informed members and members who are eager and willing to impact our society and to add to doing good in the world. So we must have heard about the four-way test. That is what we use as our Bible. So I can see four-way test becoming more and more popular in the next 10 years than it is now. So that it can affect processes even beyond Rotary in government. We've been selling the idea to our politicians that they should imbibe the four-way test of the things we think, say, or do. And apparently, if everybody catches that bug, it will improve us in every aspect. So, Rotary will be the organization of first choice to anybody that wants to serve in the next 10 years.
Awesome. Talking about new people, you spoke about making it easy for new people to join in and, you know, adapting to the changes that you spoke about when we talked about challenges. So if we have young professionals who also want to give back, because I believe that more and more people are seeing the need to give back. I mean, I watched some time ago on social media, one of the people who had to just, you know, give back to society. So, but these people don't know where to start. They don't know how they can get involved with Rotary, because you spoke about it, that mindset of it being an elitist, So how can young people, young professionals get involved, and why should they also consider joining Rotary?
Yes, we're very intentional about that. We are making conscious efforts to bring in the young people. Actually, we have categories of membership in Rotary. We have Rotary for the secondary school students. We call them interactors.
Okay.
Then above that, we have Rotaractors,
Okay.
who are those in the tertiary institutions, for instance, from ages 18 to 30. These are also young people. But now, even in Rotary itself, we are making conscious efforts to bring in the very young ones.
Okay.
For obvious reasons.
Yes.
They're very energetic, dynamic, bubbling with energy, which they can transform into projects and all of that. And we know where to catch them. Social media.
Social media were coming for
social media, yes. We know where to catch them. Not on traditional televisions, not on the newspaper, but on the social media. And we invest a lot in that aspect. It's part of our public image strategies to invest in social media so that we can catch the various segments where they are. And our district has a lot of social media handles. We are present on Facebook, on Instagram, on X, LinkedIn, and so many others, but these are the popular ones, apart from the websites, which we encourage every club to have. And our district also has its own website. So these are part of the ability to adapt to situations that we talked about. So we are inviting young ones. Like I said, it's not too expensive to join, provided the interest is there and provided the passion is there.
The willingness.
And we, of course, when we talk of projects, I mean, young people are the best because they still have this energy and ideas. They bring in new ideas. And they are also very savvy when we talk of technology, which they can use that to improve the processes at club levels, at the district levels. So it's an open invitation to the young ones. And that actually is the question I wanted to ask you before. So we'll still come to that.
Okay, fine. We'll definitely come to that. So one more question, Dr. Kukoyi. For those who aren't Rotarians, for individuals and corporate organizations, how can they contribute to the work that Rotary Club does currently?
Yes, I mean, there are so many ways and avenues for doing that. There are things we call awards in Rotary. I mentioned that Paul Harris was the founder of Rotary. There's an award we call Paul Harris Fellow. That is for people who have donated $1,000 to Rotary Foundation for carrying out the projects in Rotary. You don't have to be a Rotarian to do that. Anybody in this room can be a Paul Harris Fellow, and they can even donate more than that, up to $250,000, and they are so well recognized for doing so. Well, at the community level, when they are doing projects, people who are not Rotarians can also contribute, be part of it, not just in terms of money, but in terms of active participation physically and all that. So these are areas where they can participate in it. And Rotary, at least this district, we also have a program, we call it a Peace Building and Conflict Prevention Program that we have made possible to the public now. We are in the second set of students. We send them to Olabisi Onabanjo University for training. It's 3-month training in peace building and conflict prevention, and it's entirely free to them. And so we are doing the second second cohort. They will resume. In actual fact, they resumed 2 weeks ago. We are training them. By the time they come out, they will be 80 in number. And we are going to continue to do that from time to time. So, and the idea is to have a critical mass of people who are knowledgeable in peace building. Peace is a commodity that is needed all over the world, but it's scarce. And it's expensive to maintain peace. Very expensive. Or it's even more, let me say, it's more expensive to
the other side, like when you absence of peace.
It's better to prevent conflicts
Very true.
than to manage it when it has already happened. That is why I want to strengthen peace building. And
that's a strategic move.
Yes, a strategic move. We started that in our district, although for Rotary International it has existed for over 20 years.
Okay.
And they've trained well over 1,500 people. We call them fellows all over the world. And you can imagine the good work that these 1,500 people are carrying out all over the world. So that's also a vision for the district. The more peace we have in Nigeria, the better for us. And the less the conflicts and all the insurgencies, the better for us.
Thank you so much. We thank you so much for the time to be on the set with us. Thank you for sharing with us all.
Great pleasure. Yes, I want to congratulate you for these champions of change. I think that is what we need in the world. Yes. You are doing so well here, and I congratulate you.
Thank you, sir. And we're inspired by the good work, the great work that Rotary is doing. Thank you. All right.
And the best way is for you to join us so that we can do it better.
Yes, sir. Definitely noted. Thank you so much, sir, for your time with us here.
I want to thank you and also thank the audience for being part of this wonderful program. Thank you.
Wow, what an insightful discussion. Dr. Kukoyi has shown us the power of service and how Rotary Club Oregun has spent the last 40 years shaping lives and communities, from healthcare intervention to education support and environmental sustainability. Rotary is indeed a force for good, but the work is not done. We all have a role to play in making our world a better place. If you've been inspired by today's episode, why not take action? Join Rotary, volunteer, or support a project in your community. Let's continue this conversation online. Follow at Achievement Channel on Instagram, Facebook, X, and YouTube for more inspiring stories. Use We See Possibilities to share your thoughts on today's discussion. Remember, service is the rent we pay for living. Stay inspired, stay engaged, and keep seeing possibilities on the Achievement Channel, where we see possibilities. Till next time, bye.